The biblical cosmology flat Earth is being attacked from many of the government actors placed within, as well as actors used to promote the globe lies. Will Duffy is finishing up the final experiment hit piece mockumentary the controlled opposition actors participated in. Josh Monday is planning to go on trips with Gurun, and is deceptively calling their son observation trips an experiment.
I already see you as a future former flat earther, if that makes any kind of sense.
Shiva was talking to the flat earth shills, wanting to base the shape of the ground based on a sun observation. And now we have Kent Hovind, who promotes the globe and dinosaurs, wanting to work with atheist globe actors to attack biblical cosmology.
There are several atheists who do really good shows on flat earth. I'm going to try to join with them and produce a video to prove it's not true.
My word, I'm putting my name in the hat for that. Right, this is what we need to do, everyone. We need to go to Kent's channel, which is Dr. Dino on YouTube, go to his latest video and comment underneath, Simon Dan wants to debunk flat earth with you. This could be amazing. And on that note, we're going to end today's video.
I mean, Mark thinks it's the greatest film ever. He thinks like that.
I knew that, yeah, because he's the main man, isn't he? Yeah.
This week for Tinfoil Tuesday, Kent has found a Creaky Blinder video, and I'm going to defend my old chum.
Okay, creepy. I taught physics for 15 years. I think I understand it pretty well. And I don't deny any of the laws of physics. Evolution doesn't match any of them.
One thing you can always count on with conspiracy theorists is their obsession with Freemasons. They bang on about the number 33 and how Freemasons rule the world and all nonsense like that.
That's why you quit making videos with the flat earthers. Stick on flat earthers, okay? You and Simon Dan do much better at that.
Well, thank you, Ken.
Everything the government needs to control and steer, they have placed actors. To have podcasts, streams, and news stories to steer the people who listen. Those topics on both sides.
But I'm right. You still haven't given me one verse on heliocentricity.
Don't have one verse that teaches heliocentricity. I don't have one verse that teaches there are 9 planets either. There are 9 if you count Pluto. I don't have one verse that teaches computers. The Bible doesn't deal with the topic.
Earth theory.
It's such a dumb theory. I don't waste time on it. If people want to believe it, fine. Believe whatever you want. But it's not true. Why did you stop being a flat earther? Adam, read my lips. I never was a flat earther. It's stupid. You understand? Stupid. They're simply wrong, and they're making a fool of themselves and a fool of Christianity. But I'm not in the flat earth camp, and they're not about to get me in there. It's not because somebody's paying me to be a round earther. It's because I think the flat earth movement is dumb. We're open for free, and she gives tours all the time around here, and people are just stunned. Like, free? Yeah. It's because people support us, the 777 Club. Somebody texted on the internet, said that's a satanic number.
Get a job.
It comes after 776. Okay. Ah, thank you, ma'am. You're a Gentile and a scholar. Okay. So it's not a satanic number. Picked at random. Okay. But we're looking for people who want to support us for $1 a day, $31 a month. Call Anna or Cindy or anybody but me, because I don't have any clue what's going on. I take all the credit, but they do all the work. Okay. If you join 777 Club, $1 a day to help us stay open for free.
The 777 is symbolism used by many Kabbalah Satanist streamers in Flat Earth. Research them.
Like Mary, I came to Dinosaur Adventureland to serve, to give. We gave a lot of our money. We loved Kent Hovind and his ministry. We wanted to be part of something that impacted the world for Christ. And we were slandered and stolen from. I don't know if Mary would phrase hers that way. Anyway, what's going on there is not a ministry. It's more like a mafia. And it does take a while to figure that out.
I think because he is such a likable person, he's funny, he's fun, he's talented, he's charismatic.
I will say that is very true. He is very charismatic.
I watched a video of his earlier and it was like, he was cracking jokes. He is so likable. But like Jekyll and Hyde, there's another side to him that people don't get to see. And I didn't know about that other side until I got on the campus and started spending time and living with him. And the hardest thing for me is I want an honest husband. I came from a 24-year marriage where there was a lot of dishonesty. I had a biblical divorce. I had been single for a long time and I was looking for a man of God. I passed up a lot of men that wanted to date me or even wanted to marry me because they didn't have a relationship with the Lord that I wanted. And when he came along, I thought, wow, this is great because our lives were so parallel in so many ways. I thought this is exactly the type of ministry I want to get involved with. It worked well with my ministry. So anyway, I went into this thinking long-term marriage, thinking forever. And I also went into it with the understanding that he and his board were going to run it according to the law. They have a 501c3. He always said he wasn't going to get one years before, but now he had a 501c3. And before I got involved, I wanted to make sure that they were going to do everything by the book because I believed he was innocent based on all the things he says. He's very convincing. And there are a lot of videos out there saying he was innocent. And I believed he was innocent. So I married him thinking he was innocent. But when I got on the property and I saw the way things were being done, I knew that he was doing the same thing he did before that got him in jail. And that to me was unacceptable. And it's not necessary. When you have a 501c3, you have a lot of write-offs. You have a lot of ways that you can save money and do things right. He and Ernie Land were not playing by the books.
For the longest time, I thought, well, Steve is pulling the wool over Kent's eyes. Steve is pulling the wool over Ernie's eyes. And then I came to realize, no, it took a very long time because like Mary said, he's very convincing. And he's very good at saying, well, let's not bother with this trivial stuff. Let's deal with soul winning. But anyway, I came to realize, no, Steve is not pulling the wool over anyone. Can't afford this. There is something bad going on between Steve, Ernie Land, the owner of everything, and Kent Hovind, and some of his other flying monkeys. I don't know if it's a money grab, if it's a pedophile ring, if it's a drug ring. I really don't. I have speculations, and there are at least 4 pedophiles in Kent's inner circle.
Okay, so let's talk about that. So just to clarify, these are people that they're not. Are they active? Or are they convicted? What is their status?
Chris Jones is on the registered sex offenders list. Brady Byram has a very scathing letter from his son. Brady Byram was just appointed to the board of Creation Science Evangelism in February of this year after his son came out over a year ago. Kent doesn't care. He's going to appoint Brady anyway. Brady Byram is the man who did KentHovindinnocent.com, which is part of what compelled me to believe that Kent was innocent. Hyles Anderson College is essentially a cesspool that has produced over 8 or 9, I forget, between 9 and 12 pedophiles that have been convicted. So Hyles Anderson College is sending out pastors all over the country. I'm just getting ready to put out a video on this, 9 of whom have been convicted for pedophilia. I had $130,000 that I was going to buy a rental property so that I could get my income stream reestablished. Okay, I was looking for another $2,000 a month from Alabama instead of Cali. And I had the idea, honey, what if instead of buying a rental property, what if I put that $130,000 into Dinosaur Adventureland and then you guys can give me a rent check every month and we can build our dream and I can still have my income stream. And he said, let me talk to Ernie. So they wrote up a contract, which was signed May 1st, 2019. And I began spending $130,000 in a ministry. And so in October of 2020, when the body slam happened, is when they said, oh, there's no contract. We didn't have authority to sign that contract. Those were all donations, Cindy. A good Christian wouldn't ask for her donations back. You're being an Indian giver and a greedy bitch. Yes, Kent Hovind called his wife a greedy bitch after she had donated. So I donated $90,000 before the contract, $90,000. Then the contract, I gave another $130,000. Okay, California homes are worth a lot of money. So a total of $210,000 he had of my money, and he had never given me anything.
Is the Earth a globe or is it a flat disc? Believe it or not, this is not a fringe conversation. I spoke with some people this last weekend at my event who genuinely, passionately believe the Earth is flat.
They are all gatekeeping the biblical flat Earth cosmology, truth.
But a recent experiment has changed the conversation. A group of flat Earth proponents and glober scientists, they went on an expedition to Antarctica to perform what has been called the final experiment. They didn't use CGI and they sure didn't invite NASA. They brought their own cameras, their own tripods, and their own two eyes. And what they saw changed the conversation forever.
The gatekeepers don't want people realizing both sides used controlled opposition actors for the final experiment that wasn't an experiment.
In that debate, Dean Odell, the flat earther, said, we can settle this once and for all. We could go to Antarctica and look for the midnight sun. You see the telescope there that they have. That's a time lapse that just showed there over 24 hours. But they actually have a 24-hour real-time video. It's a pretty boring video to watch. They were making all these measurements. It wasn't just, we see it up in the sky. They wanted to document it, measure it, quantify it. And they just had an unbelievable amount of data. It took them days to download the digital data that they had.
Why would Kent Hovind do debates with Aaron Ra? Why would quite a bit of the popular flat earthers have anything to do with him? Are they all actors?
My name is Aaron Ra. I'm with the Satanic Temple. This invocation today was inspired by the 7 tenets or ethical principles of the Satanic Temple, an atheistic organization that believes in compassion, empathy, justice, autonomy, freedom of speech, scientifically based beliefs, accountability, and wisdom. Let us begin. Let us never bow our heads or bend the knee in obeisance to any faith from the past that is based on ignorant, bigoted savagery. Let us not look back with reverence to dark times of fearful minds, unenlightened by modern scientific knowledge, but move forward.
There was a producer in the UK that wanted to do.
Well, wait a minute. I need to sit back and relax while we talk to Cindy. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Ready?
So a producer in the UK contacted me and wanted to do a show, and I'm not going to tell you exactly what the title of the show was, where he wanted me to go up against a scientist. It was going to be a series of scientists that would go against and try to knock Flat Earth down.
Wait, is it like a flat Earth cage match or something like that?
Kind of like a King of the Hill type situation. Where I'm up there, and some scientist is going to come up and try to knock me down. Basically, what we've been challenging the scientific community to do since day one, anyway. And I told him, I go, that's a fantastic idea. I love it. I totally want to be a part of it. The challenge isn't going to be me or the debate. It's going to be finding a scientist who's willing to put his neck out there. And the first person that I knew they were having trouble. So within a week, they said, okay, we got the first person lined up for you. And they go, I'll tell you his name. His name was Aaron Ra. That's Aaron.
All together now, huh?
Yeah, huh? Who's that? Okay. He is the self-proclaimed president of the Texas Atheist chapter. I'm going, why in the world? Why that guy? Is like, well, because he was willing to come on. He actually does have a YouTube channel with 140,000 subscribers. But he looks, I mean, when you look at him, he looks like a cross between an aging rocker and a Satanist. Long, super stringy black hair. He looks like a villain, an extra, villain from a movie. You're looking at his pictures, and none of the pictures look good. I mean, granted, I don't look fantastic, but this guy, and so I tried to tell him, I was going, look, we need a scientist. We can't, this comes off like a circus sideshow.
Well, maybe they thought you said Satanist.
Said scientist. No.
So give me some reason, because right now I haven't heard any reason. All you said is I object. Yes. So I haven't heard any reason.
And are you guys
I understand that.
Slices it to a big
comes out making you look dumb. That's his job, is to make you look dumb.
I understand that.
Well, here, you make us look dumb. You guys go ahead.
You don't need my help.
Yeah. So you don't want a dialogue about this, Art? You don't want any dialogue about why are you protesting?
You're a professional criminal.
Okay, there's a lot of criminals around here. No, that's not true.
You're a con
So
man.
I'm a professional criminal, is your
you're a
claim.
scammer.
So we've got an
If
ad
there was a
hominem
market-
attack so
if there
far.
was
Do you
a-
have anything debate-worthy? Why do you object to the
for
art?
snake oil, you'd be on that market.
So why do you object to the art?
Because it's immoral to lie to children.
I agree that it's immoral to lie to children. Now, they're
And
not lying to children.
we know that art never happened.
Actually,
It happens up there.
we do.
Actually, we do know that it never happened.
No, we know that
We
it
can
actually
prove
did happen.
that it did not happen. And I'm not having this.
Okay, give me some details on that, because give me some data on that. I mean, I could make the statement, I know it did happen. You're making the statement, I know it did happen.
Well,
Now,
I know
if you'd
that it
like,
didn't happen
Aaron,
because I can show you
I
it
will
didn't happen.
pay for you to go through that art and show you the scientific evidence that is there in that art. Would you like to walk through that with me? I will pay for you. I'll pay for you and for your wife. I'll let somebody else take you through.
Flat Earth is completely infiltrated from the top down with controlled opposition actors. Don't give them any money.